Arise, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors go out to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who run teach well. Shalom, Mubarakim to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, this is Brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville Camp. And Lord, when this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. But I got this lesson on my mind. I just wanted to, briefly go into this word, reward. All right, now, a reward, especially when you go into the scriptures, because a lot of times now, people will say reward in a good way. Like well, at least that in my life, that's when I've heard it. I've heard it in a positive aspect, like, oh yeah, he's gonna get a reward for what he did. I've never really heard somebody use reward to also have a negative connotation. I believe that's the way you say it. Like a reward, like, yeah, nah, he really fucked up. He's going to get his reward. Well, I think I might have heard it a few times, but typically, point I'm making is people primarily associate it with good. Right? Which, that's what I'm going to go into in this lesson. But especially when you go into scriptures, reward, it can swing both ways, man. It's a revolving door. You can open or close. Because the scriptures talk about how Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to give every man his just reward, his desert. I believe there's a scripture that mentions just desert, but either way, the Lord is not a respecter of persons, and you'll either receive good for your good or evil for your evil. You reap what you sow. But anyways, let me go ahead and read this. I don't want to talk too damn much. Reward. It's on Edamon, the app. That's what I'm talking about here. Edamon Online. It says, what one deserves, just deserts. It says, return or payment for service, hardship, etc. Also something given in recognition of merit, virtue, etc. A prize. But down here it also says punishment, recompense for evil doing. It says down here it means to grant, bestow, to give as prize or compensation, reward. Which the reward we're looking for, first and foremost, we're fulfilling our duty as Israelites, serving Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. The Lord told us, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Right, that's the whole point in us as Israelites being created, was to serve him. Okay, because if you're not going to serve Yahweh Shemel Shai, being an Israelite, which the Israelites are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and the Israelite foreigners who come from one of the 12 tribes through their patriarch, because this is a lineage thing in which none of us have records, which means what? This is a spiritual thing. If you are an Israelite and you are not serving Yahweh Shemel Shai, you're no different than a heathen. Except you're just a heathen with abilities, with talent, with the soul, essentially. But hell, especially being in Babylon, and if you're not in this truth, what soul do you really have? You're doing abominable things. You're being a mole. You're eating pork. You're smoking cigarettes. You're committing adultery. You're being a thug. You're doing all these things. How are you any different from an Edomite or Elam or Ham or Japheth? You're no different. Right? If you take the standard away of an Israelite, you take the laws away from him, he becomes like a beast. Like the heathens are. Okay? Which is why, out of the 18 nations, there was one that was created to rule, which is the nation of Israel, starting with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right? He is that one that is profitable, that is going to rule the earth and blot out the wicked. starting with the elite banker families. There's not going to be anything remotely so-called elite about them when Yahweh Shai returns. There really already isn't. They were just given power to exalt Yahweh by Shemel Shai, which is why I think, was it Isaiah 13? Or was it 12? No, I think it's 14. Let me just get it. Is this the man? Bear with me. Salakia. 14. Isaiah chapter 14. I'll just start at 12. Might as well get all the meat off the bone. All right, Isaiah 14:12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" All right, which Lucifer just goes into light bearers, because right now Esau bears the light. Starting with the elites. Which one term that I like to refer to the elite bankers as is the left-hand elect. Right, because you have an election on the right-hand side, which Yahweh Ratazah were a part of, and you have an election on the left-hand side, which, just like being a part of the elect on the right-hand side is one of the greatest, especially if you're a man teaching and you're part of the 12,000 of your tribe. That's a mighty honor. That's a hell of a reward that's coming to you. And not only to you, but to the 1/3 here in America and to the remnant scattered abroad. That there's a hell of a reward coming to you. Even to the 2/3 there's a reward. First, a negative reward, destruction. Okay, but even the 2/3 and the rebels across the globe are going to inherit the kingdom of heaven and receive new bodies and be blessed forevermore, for all eternity. So all Israel is going to receive a righteous, a good, just reward because of the promises and mercy and, the promises and mercy of the Most High Yahweh and Yahweh Shai's willingness to sacrifice himself, through his love and compassion for us. So through the mercy and grace of Yahweh by Shemel Shai, we're going to receive the kingdom of heaven. And the scriptures say it's already prepared. Watch. All right, but the left-hand elect is the worst thing that you can be. Worst thing you can be. First of all, you're disgusting. You got all this money and still you're weak, fragile. Okay? No type of righteous bone in your body at all. You're just a complete walking pile of defecation. Right? You're through. And we're about to find out just how through you are when you have to kneel before the Lord. Right? So it says, "How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." That's the pride of Esau, thinking that he's going to be above the Most High. He opposed the Most High in all aspects. Isaiah 14:14, it says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High," which you can't be like the Most High because you're crooked. Right? Scriptures tell, what is that? 2 Thessalonians 2 and I think 4 or 2 and 3 to 4. For who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped. All right, that's you Edomites, starting with the elites. You're nothing like the Most High, man. You're wicked. You always have been. Look at you from the beginning as Cain. You knew right from wrong, and you chose to do wrong. And then when your brother did right, when Abel did right, you murdered him out of envy and spite and maliciousness. And then you lied and bullshitted. How do you lie to the Most High, man? Like, come on, bro. I'm not calling him bro. Because no. We don't associate with wicked, wickedness, man. Let me get this. Which is why we don't associate with a lot of our people. Because they're wicked as all hell. Scriptures tell you to be with a man that you know to keep the commandments of God. Right? Scriptures talk about how iron sharpens iron. We're not getting sharpened by somebody on the earth. All right, Sirach chapter 13, verse 16 to 17. It says, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly? So we don't have no, Amos, what is that, 3? Can two walk together except they be agreed? We're not linking up with y'all, man. Look at how you conduct yourselves. Talking about you have the camps out there. You're teaching false doctrine. Your leaders are corrupted. Bunch of scandals going on. Filthy lucre. Vainglory. Pride. Just a bunch of vanity. And then meanwhile, you look at Great Millstone and the affiliate camps. Everybody's quiet. In the sense of nobody's doing no bugged out crazy stuff. You have some dudes that bug out. That fall out. That do wicked things. You have wicked people in Great Millstone and in affiliate camps. Yes. There's wicked people everywhere. Now I personally don't know any. But we've heard the apostles even say that. We understand that there's going to be bug outs in Great Millstone. Right? But we also understand that the leadership is not corrupted. And we understand that there's no scandals, and all the apostles and elders on down and the affiliate camps are about, all of us brothers, is teaching the truth, just doing the work, living a simple lifestyle. We stay out the way because we're just waiting for the Lord to come back. We wake up, go to work, Esau's work to get our daily bread. We get off, we do the work, work out. Jake eats dinner, all that. Relax at the house for a few hours and repeat. Monday to Friday, Saturday we go to camp, Sunday we got class. It's a simple lifestyle, man. There's not a lot to it. And when there's not a lot to your lifestyle, there's also less drama. You're not getting yourself caught up in stuff. The scriptures talk about how you're not supposed to get entangled with the affairs of this world. You're not supposed to be all up in this world, man. Just do what you got to do and get out, That is, back to the word, if you want to see the reward. Right, the righteous reward, which, like it tells in Sirach, I think it's 55 and 31 or something like that. It talks about work your work B times, and in his time he will give you your reward. 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, talks about how by faith and works you'll be preserved from the said perils and see salvation in the land of the Lord. Does that sound like something you want? Do you want a new body? You want to never feel pain, suffering again? You want to get beamed up from the nuclear destruction? You want to, get crowned by Yahushua? You want all these things. You should. You want that reward. Then you got to put in the work. You got to do what you got to do. You got to get the job done, man. Whatever your lot, calls for, whatever Yahweh Shemel Shai demands of you, you need to do it. So, yeah, the Spirit kind of had that go many directions here. I'm going to finish this Isaiah 14 just because I didn't get to the point I was trying to make with the elites, being so low. Esau as a whole. So I'll go ahead and finish this and I'll close up. Hold on, let me take a sip of this water, though. Salaki. All right, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 15 to 16. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? So, and this is what the other nations are going to be saying. And, well, yeah, really the other nations, because we're already, by this time in the kingdom, we're going to already know. We know what the deal is. Like, we know who this is. We know he was never anything. Right? He was a wicked seed that was allowed to grow for the purpose of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We're going to have him in chains, kneeling, laying flat, completely in subjection, under Yahweh Shemel Shai, especially under Yahweh Shai on the earth, speaking as far as actually on the earth. And the other nations are going to look at him like, wow, this is the guy that did all this stuff, that wreaked havoc in the earth, the Tasmanian devil himself, and he's going to look pathetic. He's going to be back in his natural brutish state. He's going to be through. All right, so Lord, when that this lesson was edifying, before I close, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha HaKodash. The honors go out to our apostles, elders, great millstone. Shalom.